So I get the fun job of moving this aquarium. In this aquarium there's a couple of massive goldfish and there is a beautiful turtle. Now, first comment, I like a little bit more food. I like to see these goldfish just a little bit fatter, but they do actually look pretty healthy. Now my big worry is this. So this, I'm hoping, is a UVB light tube. I can't see any details on it, so I'm assuming it is. So I hope that's a UVB tube. But what I'm worried about is you've got these lids under the tube. Now, the turtle needs UVB light, and the UVB light needs to shine straight into the dry dock. Now, I'm not seeing a dry dock at all. So if this was mine, I would install a dry dock somewhere that the turtle can come out of the water and dry. They don't come out and run around, but they will come out and sit there and bask, and they need to be under that UVB spectrum. Now, this guy, I'd probably like to feed him a little bit more too. I'd like to see a little bit more weight on him. Now, if we regularly took the turtle outside and the turtle can get its UVB light from outside, then that's okay. Now, I don't see any problem with them at all. So let's say that you don't have a effective UVB light, then over a long period of time, years, then your turtles can suffer, because your turtles do need UVB light for effective shell growth. So if the turtle goes outside occasionally, that will tick that box. Or just don't use the lids over the basking area. So I'd like to make a basking area where the turtle can come out, and it's got to be access to the UVB light. Now, filtration's fine. I'll give that a clean in a sec. It's got substrate, which is fine. We do need to make sure that's gravel cleaned on a semi-regular basis, because a lot of crap gets caught underneath those big pebbles. Now, as far as products are concerned, I can see here we've got some KH generator. I'm very happy to see that, because we definitely don't want to run the KH level too low for the turtles. Now over here, goldfish food sort of just means shit food. And then you've got some processed pressure cooked pellets. Now fish keeping is 50% water quality and 50% food quality. So if it was up to me, I would look at feeding these guys some frozen food. So you're just getting some nice, fresh, healthy food. But also I'd look at stuff like your Spectrum's probiotics. The reason why I'd look at the Spectrum's probiotics is it is a cold extruded food. So therefore you're actually getting the nutrients. And also you're getting the probiotic bacteria, which means when the fish poo, the bacteria in the poo eats the poo. Now, particularly with these large pelleted gravel, that's going to be a real benefit, because a whole lot of crap is going to build up underneath all these pebbles. There's also various sludge removing products, such as Pristine from Seachem. I would definitely use that. Help to remove any sludge that might be underneath. Now back to here, we've also got some Majestic Aquariums KH. So you've got some 7 KH there, which is fine. You've got some general KH down there. For turtles, I tend to use the turtle KH because it contains extra calcium, because we do need to make sure the turtles are getting their calcium. Otherwise we can have shell issues, which really I'm not seeing at the moment. And then we've got some water ager. So we've got to use this every time we use new water. And you can't get much better than Seachem Prime. So I'd also like to use a bit of GH salts as well. So Seachem and Aquapix have got some very good GH salts. And GH is really a wonderful way of increasing body slime, improving immune system and stuff like that. Now the other comment too is these ornaments are really looking a bit, how you going? They're covered in blackbeard algae. Now, if it was up to me, I would get all these. Some of these need chucking out, by the way. They're rubbish. They got to go in the bin. The fake plants, they'll last for a while, but you do want to replace them because they do look tacky after a while. If you go and throw them in the sun for a day, then flip them over, leave them in the sun for a day, then the sun will bleach a lot of this algae off. So that'll give you a little bit more life, but these ones here are so raggedy, I'd just chuck them in the bin. They've had their day. So now I'm going to give this tank a good clean up, and I'm going to move it, which will be a lot of fun. Now, the other thing we really recommend is bring us down a water sample every now and then. Just bring a little sample of water and a little video of the aquarium running. We want to see everything that's going on. I'm very happy with this water flow. So we've got plenty of surface agitation, which I'm happy with. We've got an air stone here doing almost nothing. It's doing something. So there is a little bit of backup. I'm a big fan of backup. So there is an air stone there, which is cool. They're looking pretty raggedy and old too. Air stones are something you want to replace after a period of time. So anyway, I'll start pulling this tank apart and I'll check in. Oh, he's got a bit of an infection on his head by the looks of it. Could just be a bit of skin flaking. Could not be a real big problem. But once again, bring us down a sample of water in a video on a semi-regular basis and let us check on how your water's growing. And all good. So if you're going to move an aquarium, the very first thing you want to do is remove some water. And it's really important that the water that you remove is as clean as possible. So pretty much one of the very first things you want to do is take some water out. And as far as placing the animals in the boxes is concerned, is the less amount of fish per box, the better. So in this case, I will go one animal per box, and that way they can stay in there for a very long period of time. And it's very important that when the animals go in the water, you really want to have the water at a height where the animal can break the water as it swims around the water surface, because the water surface is, if you agitate the water surface, then that means that it reoxygenates the water, which is very valuable. So job number one, get out the water for the animals. Job number two, get out the rest of the water and fill up my drums. Then the last thing I do is start pulling out ornaments and disrupting the tank. Because you really don't want to start disrupting the tank until the tank is pretty much empty, because it's possible, if the tank hasn't been serviced recently, that hydrogen sulfide could build up in the sand. And then when you release that, the rest of the water that you collect is all completely useless. So there's the plan. The thing that I always say about aquariums is that when you set a tank up, you make it look nice. And for 1 year you love it, then 1 year you like it, and then you've seen it. So one of the best things to do every now and then is to totally rearrange the tank, swap everything around, maybe even swap the fish, and then you'll get back into it again. I am concerned about the health of these fish. They're really not looking ideal. So I'd like to see better quality food like Danichi Color and New Life Spectrum's probiotics and some frozen food. And I need to get this water tested, because water quality and food quality is everything. And I'm wondering if this light goes off at night time, because we really don't want this light on 24/7. And at this point, I'm not really seeing a timer, so that sort of concerns me. So is this light attached to a timer? Doesn't look like it.